Hi YouTube, how y'all doing? What are we talking about today? What's the conversation? Do you even have anything to talk about? You're driving me insane. The fuck was that? It's not liquor, but you can drink it. Chug, chug, chug. So what the fuck is this? Good question. It's been sitting outside for like a week. It's got a lid on it and everything.
What is it?
It's water.
What kind of water?
It's moon water.
What the fuck is moon water?
It's water that's been blessed by a full moon.
What the fuck is that good for?
It's water that's been blessed by the moon. Kind of like how you leave your crystals out and you're just like, I'm gonna leave my crystals out. On a full moon. I've left this out in the way that I like to bless. Funny. The way that I like to bless this type of water is when the moon starts to, and I think the term is wane or wax. I don't know correct moon terms other than full moon. But after the full moon on the new moon or something, from then until another full moon, you leave the water out. So it gets all of the phases of the moon right up to the full moon. And basically what happens is that it charges the water with the moon's energies. But what can you use it for? Well, this amount of water would last me forever because it is blessed. It's potent. It's potent water. Like, you don't need a lot in your rituals, your teas, your whatever you're doing with it. You can anoint candles with it to give candles energy of the moon. So you basically have a full moon right here. So what exactly is moon water even used for? Well, here's what I use it for, and my way of using it could be vastly different than the way you use it. When I use moon water, I use it to increase the potency of my spells. I got me some fire oil, and there's a video around here. So just like how fire oil, as I call it, she made fire water. That's why I brought this whole Lady Grave Dancer jazz up. But she made fire water, which basically adds potency to your spells and your rituals and all that stuff. But moon water is almost the same way, but it's just the power of the moon. You're adding potency to your spells, you're adding potency to your rituals. Put a little drop of this or a couple drops into your bath water. You relax by the power of the moon. Put some of this in your tea, helps you sleep at night. You essentially have a full moon right here. You have a full moon in this jar. Now, as I stated earlier, I like to put this when I make moon water, and this type of moon water, I mean, I could chug this right now and get all that energy in me. But this type of water should last you a long time. Because like I said, you have that full moon. So on those nights where you need to do like a ritual or a spell and you need the full moon, but it's not a full moon, take a couple of drops of this, put it around you in a circle, put it into your incense maybe, or drip it on the paper you're writing your spell on, or whatever you want to do, but there's your full moon. Even just put it out on your altar and you've got a full moon right here. You can draw the energy from this. Now, if you're drawing the energy from this, right, to get the power of the full moon, if you're taking that energy out of here, then what you'll want to do is on every full moon, you'll want to put this, if you still have water in here, you'll want to put this back outside to recharge. Because when you draw the energy out, when you draw that energy out, what you're essentially doing is you're taking away some of that potency, some of that magical intention, some of that energy out of here, and you're being like, honey, I need that. Now, personally, if I am doing a ritual or a spell that requires a full moon, I'm going to use all of the energy of this. And then I will leave this out from the start of a new moon all the way up to a full moon. So like, basically a day after the full moon, all the way up to the next full moon, I will leave it out. And that way it'll get all the phases of the moon, it'll get all that energy back. Now, if you're using this to draw the energy, then I don't recommend that you use it to put drops in your bath water or whatnot, because again, you're taking that energy away from this. With something like fire oil, you can draw and you can draw and you can just suck the energy out of the damn oil, but you're not going to draw out all of that energy. Whereas with moon water, at least in my experience, when I go to draw on the energies to get the power of the full moon from my spells or my rituals or whatever, and I'm drawing that power out, it's very easy to draw all of that power out. It's very easy because this is like a battery almost, and you're just drawing that out. Whereas with fire oil, at least with the spells that I've done, I haven't been able to draw all that power out yet. And I have tried. I have tried, trust me. I will just sit there and I will just suck that energy out of the fire oil and direct it into whatever working I'm doing. I mean, this just starts out as tap water. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It doesn't have to be a fancy dancy waters. It's just tap water that I've left out from the day after a full moon all the way up to basically a day after the next full moon, just because in that way it is fully charged, it is ready to go. It's gonna pack a punch, so when you're drawing energy from it, if you just have this sitting on your altar and you're drawing the energy from it, what you want to do is just take a little bit of energy, because this, I'd compare this to the fire oil that I showed you, but at the same time I just feel like it has a limited energy supply. At least that's how I feel with it. You could be different. Maybe you think there's all the energy in here. Who am I to judge? You do you, I do me. So, was that video like informative to you people of what I use moon water for? Like, do you have questions, comments, concerns, death threats, angry email letters? Do you want me to send some moon water your way? Make your own damn moon water. I'll make my own damn moon water. Girl. So yeah, so that's what I use moon water for. That's how I make moon water. Again, it's just, you know, tap water you put in a jar, put it outside from the day after a full moon all the way up to the next day after a full moon. So like an entire month, essentially. And let it sit, let it charge. You can draw energies from it. You can use it in teas. You can put a few drops in incense. You can put a bit in your bath water. If you're gonna draw energy from it, I would just suggest that every month on a full moon, put it outside, let it charge up, or go the whole month. That's up to you. That's what you want to do. You could draw the energy out, and then you could, you know, send it off where it wants to go. So, yeah. Moon water. Anywho, let me know what you think. What do you guys use moon water for? What don't you use moon water for? Do you have any tips, tricks, suggestions for moon water? You know, share your thoughts. And until the next video, I'll see you frisky cats later.